currently outside the worst rated 2K team in real life, the Detroit Pistons, and today we're gonna see how bad they really are.
But first, we've got to make it there. Joining me on this journey would be my brother, meet Isaiah. He's always been a big basketball fan, so being able to bring him to a game was awesome, even if it was the worst team.
Boy, here we go. Sell the team, they're saying.
So we started our trip in Canada, driving about 4 hours to get to Detroit, where we were there not just to watch, but rate every aspect. Now, upon arriving in Detroit, I already had some thoughts.
The city doesn't look like a city, and there's not much going on, and I would not want to play here as a player.
But aside from that, it was time to shift our focus and get to the hotel. We got about 2 hours before game time, before we catch the Pistons match, as you guys know. I'm very excited for this game to see really how bad the worst rated team in 2K is. Checking into our hotel got me thinking, what do the people of Detroit really think about their team, and what could be done to turn things around? But before that, we had to get to the game, which surprisingly looked busy.
It's looking a little busy in there too, which I'm kind of surprised about because it's Detroit. Maybe they got a loyal crowd.
As we got through security with no problem, I finally got a look at the arena, which according to Tom, is a horrible facility. Second visit, one for basketball and one for hockey. Bad layout with not so great dining options. 1 star. But I gotta say, I fully disagree. The stadium itself was so big and came with a lot of perks.
Free candy? Thank you, man. Free candy.
I even got to take this amazing picture beside the mascot. I looked horrible.
I like it. Yo, looking in the stadium right away, I like the vibes it has right now. It's honestly nice. And we got a free candy right away. You can't go wrong with that. There's definitely a hockey game going on right now too, because I see a lot of people in Red Wings jerseys. You know, I don't know how many people are here actually for Detroit, but we'll see once the game starts.
Along with getting to see some awesome memorabilia, I give the stadium 5 out of 5 stars. Genuinely a great place to be.
That Cade one? Nasty, I'm not gonna lie.
But now it's time to go around and ask, what do the people of Detroit think can be done to improve the team?
So just a couple questions for you guys. Do you guys play 2K at all?
The game, no? Yeah, a little bit.
So the Pistons are the worst rated team in the game. Why do you think that is?
Because we have the worst roster construction.
We need to be more aggressive, get to the rim. I think that's where we struggle. End of the game, making those baskets, not turning the ball over as much. That's where we're hurting.
What do you think the Pistons can do to improve it either this season or in the off season?
Honestly, I think they need a veteran wing, and then they also need to bring in a veteran big like Drummond. They need to bring him back.
I trade everyone except for Durant, Cade, Ivy, Sasser, and Nassar.
And after seeing what the people think, it's time to check out the team store, which surprisingly was really nice.
Dude!
And big, like really big. It was probably the biggest team store I've been in. The amount of jerseys, shirts, pants, and other items they had was insane. It felt like an actual store.
You might call me an old man, but honestly, this looks fire. Honestly, this looks fire. How much is this?
I'm gonna let my brother pick one thing from here. I just hope, like I said, it's not so much. And we had to hurry up because the game was about to start.
All right, guys, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna pick yet, honestly. There's a lot of options. The jackets are cool. The jerseys are cool. So let's see. I'm gonna look around for a couple minutes and we're gonna make a decision. That orange and black one is kind of nice. I can't lie, guys.
In my head, I was already prepared for him to pick out that jersey. And they were over $200. I'm not surprised, but that's cheaper than the jacket. $159 isn't horrible, but thankfully, he wanted something else.
All right, guys, I'm currently looking at this. I kind of like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like this long sleeve kind of vibe. This is gonna be the purchase of the video.
Costing only $40, this proved to actually be a good price compared to our seats that were over $500, which according to Maryland is a nice building until you need to take a seat. If you enjoy sitting with your knees up around your ears and your elbows on your lap, this is your place to be. 1 star. Yeah, not a great review, but we made our way to our seats, getting as close to the court as we could without actually being on it.
The seat's not bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. The seat's actually not bad. The view is insane.
Yeah, the view was pretty crazy.
Genuinely, guys, we have never been that close in our entire lives.
The hygiene itself could be a little bit better. You know, they look a little dirty. Other than that, it's really good though. Other than that.
Overall, I'd give the seats 3.5 stars. But hey, at least they were comfy. Right before the game started, we had to get some food. And what better place to grab food than Little Caesars? You know, the name of the arena, which apparently to Doug is mid and comes out cold. But I got the pizza anyway, and I gotta say it was pretty good, about what you expected.
It's not bad pizza. and it costed about like 20 something dollars because it's at the game.
Thankfully, the cheese bread was a bit cheaper at $11, way more worth the money. Overall, I'd give the food 3 out of 5 stars. But now it was showtime. And remember those seats I sat in earlier? Turns out, we were sitting in the wrong seats the whole time.
Film yourself.
It's for like a project.
Make it
we're
a documentary.
Kind of, yeah. I appreciate it though, thank you. Because else we would have got kicked out of this. I actually got the seats wrong, but the view is insane from this angle. We are right behind the bench. The view's a 10 out of 10. Azure Thompson is right there. He's literally right there. I kind of want to say I love you, but at the same time, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie.
We got moved over 1 row to our actual section, and it was even better. The game was starting, and both teams were ready, as this game was going to go down to the very end. Also, this is the biggest Jumbotron I've ever seen in my life.
The Jumbotron's humongous. Great singing? Okay, turn me up. Let's go Pistons. Let's go Cade. Dude, bro, he's literally right there.
That's insane.
I feel like I can like almost touch his hair. Is that weird to say? Just a little bit.
The starting lineups were going on, and I was already confused. Okay, I feel bad because I actually genuinely don't know who that is. Is that bad?
Jalen.
Oh, we got Cade coming up. But this is where Detroit started to disappoint.
We got Cade. We need some energy in here. Let's go, Cade.
I gotta be completely honest though, they do not look hype in the team huddle at all. Like, you can tell this team has been losing a lot of games. And I can't stress enough how close I was to him. Like, he was right there. He even pointed at me. I know he didn't point at me. But little did I know, this was just a spiral of events happening, as this guy would potentially ruin our entire night. Anyways, the game started and the Magic instantly came out with a 3-pointer.
Gary Harris starts the game off with a 3.
We'd almost see a sick poster, but it didn't go in.
Goodness.
I don't know what Gary Harris was on to start the game, but he wasn't missing.
Harris again, same spot, and 1 3-pointer?
Kay would come back with a 3-pointer of his own, and Franz would even get a tough end one.
Franz is nasty. And 1? Oh, the amount of end ones that have already happened?
It seemed like every end one was going in to start the game. Both teams were on fire. But this is where it took a turn. The very next play, he came up to us.
Let's stop recording. Stop recording.
Oh, okay. Now keep in mind, the other security guards were literally encouraging us to record. There was people right beside and behind us recording, but apparently he drew the line at us. It didn't make sense. So I wasn't gonna let this stop me, especially after dropping over $500 on these tickets. So we did the only thing we know how to do and kept recording. Paulo came down with a dunk.
Hey!
And the Pistons tried to match it, but failed again. The Pistons were actually playing really well to start the game. They just had no defense. Johnny Flynn came down with a layup, but before I could even get a full reaction, he came up again, telling us to stop recording or face getting kicked out of the arena. This was a major problem. I paid for these seats, but even thinking about recording another second could get us kicked out. So we took it into our own hands to find a solution. We spent the next quarter running around the arena for a seat with a decent view where we could record. Because at this point, if we were caught again, we were screwed. We ended up finding a seat open after halftime, and the game was back on. Cade was non-stop getting buckets this game. He needed help.
Give him an N1 or something. Well, Suggs, oh, you know he shook him. Suggs for 3-2? Oh, why do you hope he shake him?
And just when we thought things were finally going our way, we had another problem. The people who actually own these seats came back. So we had to move again. But this time, moving seats actually paid off as we found a better view. The game was going great, but if you ever forgot, the Pistons quickly reminded you why they're the worst team in 2K.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. Bro, what was that shot?
During a timeout, we had a chance to win a shirt. This is probably the closest I've ever gotten to winning one.
It went right to him. Imagine like diving for that.
But now it was back to the game, and I couldn't tell you how this went in.
Ain't no way he made that.
The game went back and forth till the very end, with Paulo stepping up to the free throw line on a crazy controversial call.
That was not a foul. That was not a foul.
Everybody in the arena was pissed because we knew it wasn't a foul. So he would go to the free throw line, but end up missing both. Are you kidding me?
I think the Pistons will get a really quick 2-pointer, and then the Magic will go for a game winner for miss.
With the Pistons down by 2, Cade ended up tying the game.
You did call it.
But just when we thought we might have a chance at overtime, the Magic had one last possession to win the game, and did this.
Oh my God! That was an N1! There's no way he
my God.
And even though we weren't courtside watching the game, we were together. And if I never asked my brother to go on this trip with me, we would have never gone this moment together. From getting kicked out of courtside seats, to moving seats, to moving seats again, this singular moment made it all worth it. Paulo made the free throw. Cade tried one last shot to tie the game, but it wouldn't be good, and that would mark the end of the game. So overall, I would give the game 4.5 out of 5 stars. Genuinely, it was an amazing game. And for the overall experience,
Honestly, I give it a solid 4 to 5 stars.
I agree, just for the fact that it could have been a 5, but, you know, we got kicked out of our seats. Which comes to the final overall rating of 4 out of 5 stars. So much better than I expected.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to be agreeing with those 1-star reviews.
Yeah, not at all.
And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one right above our heads right now. Check it out. Please, I have to pay my bills.